Hey everyone, it's David here. So, what happens when you get hung up on? I got hung up on, I called back and I got a verbal yes, which is absolutely insane and crazy. And let's look at that and let's talk about that. So, I'm going to have you listen to this conversation I had with somebody. Let me pull it up and let you hear it yourself. Ooh, they hung up on me. Let's try that person right back. So they didn't even give me the chance to say hello. They just hung up the phone. They picked up and hung up. They saw that I had an out of area phone number. So I'm going to give you a lot of gold nuggets in this video. Number one is if you have a local number, that's good. I was working leads in a different state, and I'm not going to quite say where, but because this is very recent, and I'm going to talk about what I did to try to secure this deal. Yeah, I'm trying to reach, and I'm having a hard time. Do you know how I could get in touch with them? Or who's the my name is David Church. I'm calling from about a password uncashed check that she had, and the address was 206, and I'm hoping I have the right person, but I can't reach her. 99? Yeah, did she ever live at 93? Uh-huh. You bought what? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that, sir. Can you say that again? You bought that. So my name is David Church. I'm with RN Recovery, and I'm trying to reach her regarding this dormant check that has gone expired from Pathward. Yeah, just trying to get her this information where she could get it. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go to my house. I call you. My son, I talk to you. Okay. Okay. How long, sir? If you don't go to my house, I'm very maybe problem. In my house, if you don't go to my house, it's a. Okay, so what he did is within 20 minutes, I had a call back. He went down to his house and his son called me, which was her son. So we went ahead and talked and I explained the situation. The son's called me back a couple times to verify some information. I've gotten the documents emailed out to him for him to see, and then I'm going to be on the phone with him tomorrow. So when you get a client like that, number one is you want to act immediately. You want to go ahead and get them the forms and what they need. Now, everyone asks me about payout. This will probably be about a $3,000 payout. And there's $100 billion of estimated unclaimed funds. It used in just state funds alone. This was a state fund deal. It used to be 50 million of unclaimed funds. And recently they now are estimating it to be $100 billion of unclaimed funds. This call took me about an hour, and I got two strong hits on this call. It was my live cold calling within the community. I do this every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And I got this very strong yes from the son. And I'm not going to play it because he gives me his email, he gives me his phone number. We discuss a lot of confidential information, and privacy is huge to me, including this guy's name. I muted out in all my conversations this week. I have muted out very confidential parts. So sorry if you hear the skipping, but I'm trying to get you an idea. So I call and the guy picks up the phone and hangs up. I call back and I don't know what's going to happen when that happens, but he said hello. And then I introduced myself. Now, what always gets me out of trouble, and this is huge, take this for what it's worth and bank on this, it's data. I had her name, I said the address, and I said the holder that turned the check in, which I don't know if they knew who the holder was or not. The son didn't seem to know. Now, couple complications. She's had a couple different addresses, and this is a very distinctive name. So I'm pretty sure she's at this address, but it seems to be a couple blocks away from one of her addresses. We're going to have to show proof either by an SSN, a social security number. We're going to have to show identification or some sort of proof that she was at this address. Hopefully the holder turned it into the state. If they did, it'll be a slam dunk, $3,000 payout. I'll get all the paperwork in. And literally, I'm working these about twice a week right now. My goal is that I personally get these about $6,000 to $9,000 a week just by claiming these types of funds. I do a $2,500 minimum. This one was just over $3,000 on a commission basis. And you do, like I said, 2 of those a week, and certain states pay out certain times. I'll see this in about 3 to 4 months. And some people say, well, that's a long time. It is, but we're in April. So in August, I'll get this payout. And if I get another deal in August, I'll get another payout. And then next week, at the end of April, I'll get 2 more payouts at the end of August. And then we'll be in May, and then we'll be in September. And you keep on working those few months where you keep on getting paychecks in the mail. And when they come in, like there's days I've gone to my mailbox and I have multiple checks in there. One day I went to my mailbox and I had a $20,000 check. And then 2 or 3 days later, I went and I had another $20,000 check. So you want to keep the checks piling up. Now, let's get back to this deal. Number one is they hung up on me and I called back. Now, I've had people get very rude with me on the phone and I've still called them back. I've said, hey, you know what? I understand that there's a lot of fraud out there. I understand. My name is David. I'm with this corporation. I'd like to go ahead and show you the paperwork. I'm not asking you for any money. and with your permission. And I've gotten deals that way. There's plenty of deals out there. There's $100 billion of unclaimed funds, and I'm showing you all a lot of script and how to get it. So I got hung up on, and I got a verbal yes, and I've mailed out the documents, and I've shown you all a lot of checks. I went to the mailbox today hoping to have a check. I did have a check. It was a $25 check. It was a refund check from an escrow that I'm in, but I didn't have any. And then yesterday I had a $200 check from escrow. I'm in same escrow company. They split it up, but I haven't had any state or unclaimed mortgage or tax or which checks. I'm waiting for several right now that I should be showing you all in. And I don't show you every single check that I get, but I do show you some of them just to show you like, hey, this is a business. You can work it. You can replace your income on this, but you have to treat it like a job. So number one is you don't want to come in and say, you know what, I'm not going to work it today. I've worked all day and I'm tired. Number two, I'm not going to work it tomorrow, because you're going to keep on putting up. You got to work this day. You got to treat it like a business. Get your list, start calling, start making contact with people. Number two is there's going to be people that go around you. I don't know if this guy will do business with me or not. I tend to think he will, because he has called me back. He's asked me some questions and he seems very motivated. Again, you never know until you actually get the deal and you get the signed check in the mail. You really never know. And number three is you want to get multiple deals so that when people do go around you, you have that deal that you can work on other deals and you're going to get paid out, because not everyone's going to go around you, but there will be a certain amount of people that will. And people say, well, that's not right, or that happens. Well, think about a job where you get commission on and someone brings an item back. You lose your commission. Or you work at Best Buy. How many electronics get taken back there? It's going to be in any industry you work. What I do try to do is build a rapport with my client. And when I say rapport, I'm not real friendly. I don't say, hi, how you doing? What's going on? It's like what I told the son when I talked to him on the phone is I said, yeah, she's got a check. This was returned. Here's the address. And here's what I could do for you guys. If you choose to work with me, I would love to earn your business here. Here's what I'll need from you. Again, I had an action plan. Here's the check. Here's what I could do. And they're very interested. You want to come across very business oriented. Last thing I'm going to say is I used to work at an insurance company in my undergrad. And it was really interesting because there were two agents in the office. There were a few, but two main agents in the office that did the car insurance. And one was really direct with people. And literally he would pick up the phone. What's your name? What's your driving record like? Anything else I should know? I'll call you back. And literally he'd hang up the phone. The other guy was like, hi, how you doing? What's going on? How's your day going? How's this? And super, super nice. And you think the super, super nice guy would get the majority of the deals, but it was the guy who was direct. Now, I'm not that direct with my clients. I am generally a nice person, but what I do is I get right to the point with them. This is David Church. I'm calling for so-and-so. I'm calling about the unclaimed money at this address. Are you familiar with this? And I take them through a script. And I'm really to the point, and I have that. I'm very data driven. You'll hear me say data a million times. It saves me every single time, so that people see me as the expert. Now, there is an address glitch within this claim. It is going to be a little tough. I'm making that very clear because there's a complex, and it looks like this check got mailed to the wrong address. And there's one other state fund this person has too, and it's $100. I've put both of those in there so that they can get both claims. So my job is to get these people paid, let them see me as the expert, and hopefully they will. It'll be a slam dunk. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. And this call was very recent. Now, another area is I always disclose that my calls are being recorded, which I did on these calls, but I've had people look me up online that I've done deals for, and I've had them find me in the company, and it's pretty cool. And I've had people actually join Warriors because like, hey, I saw you and I didn't realize it was you and everything. And that's always cool. I do work the business, but I say this because I don't disclose a lot of names or even the first names, because I'm always afraid someone's going to look me up and they're going to see this recording a few days or a few weeks after. And usually I put these up much later. I'm talking a lot about script and CRMs and how to follow up on the CRM. Yesterday, I did a video on CRM. Watch it if you didn't see it. This would go in my CRM, and it would go in the follow-up section because I've already sent the contracts out. So they actually go in the send out the contracts because they've asked me to send out the contracts. And follow the CRM accordingly. You can move the files over, and customer relation management. If you don't know what that is, watch yesterday's video. I'll put it in the link down below. Appreciate everyone watching. I'll see you around. Thank you.